What's up, guys? Welcome to Real Beats. Today I'm going to be showing you guys an easier way to make guitar melodies. If you guys haven't subbed already or turned post notifications on, make sure you do so because it does help the channel out a lot. Let's hop right into it. So the first thing that we need to do is just grab a scale, and I'm going to use a unpopular scale, which would be, we could use like the Dorian. All right, and let's go in here, and I'm going to use my go-to key, which is F sharp or like a F, because it's easier for me to make melodies in that key for some reason. So that's why it's my favorite. So let's do that, and let me name it so people know what I'm using. All right, so let's close all this. Let's go on FL keys. Now the reason I have FL keys is because you can change the color, and I didn't notice. Bring this down. You could change the color of a note, so that'll be easier way for me to explain. And so you could change the color of this note, and then you do something like this. Go to this one, and then I'm just pressing Alt C, and you could change the colors, and it still plays. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is start on our bass notes. All right, so let's just go ahead and start with some bass notes. Now this is pretty easy. This is just like, if you're a beginner and you just make melodies like this, right? You just make stuff like this. Then this part should be easy because all you're gonna need is one single note. Just start on the root note, okay? And then we could just actually just go straight on the grid. And then what you want to do, just find a series of notes that you'd like. So what you could do is create a chord, and this is like the easiest way to go about it. And to create a chord, you skip every other note within the scale. Let's make it a little larger. So you skip this one, go to the next, skip this one, go to the next. Now, quantize them. Now what we can do is use this chord to build everything from here on out. We can just slide these over like that. And then we can just listen and find the other notes. And then I'm hearing something going down like right here. All right, and you don't even need these notes. You can actually just pull this all the way out. So let's play this. Okay, easy as that. And that is our bass note. So let's move to our mid notes. All right, so our bass notes are done. So let's go ahead and do our mid notes. Now I changed the color to like orange, okay? So it's a lot easier to see the difference and what we're actually changing. So what we need to do here is really just copy this chord back. So put the notes back here. Let's quantize that. Okay, so we're using the same notes already. So this is easy. You don't have to think about this. You don't gotta know music theory or anything, right? Now, you could take the top two or the bottom two. It's up to you, but it will give you a different sound, and you will have to change your notes over here and stuff. So if we go up here, copy it, you see how big of a jump that is. I don't necessarily want that because typically huge jumps don't sound that good, but again, you can try it. All right, so let's do the bottom two because it's gonna be it's gonna have less range between the notes. All right, so it's gonna sound a lot better. But I usually delete whatever note is gonna play next. I usually delete that. I don't really like when it plays a note twice like that. So now you have like a chord like this, and let's color that. So what we need to do now from here is offset it. Now you could choose multiple ways. You could put everything on a grid like this. All right, but what I like to do is offset them like this in between those lines. So this will be like completely on the grid. You go back like this, it'll be offset. But whichever rhythm you like, just use that. So I'm gonna pull these back. All right, it's pretty easy so far. So now what you can do from here is just the color, the orange part. Right, don't worry about the bass notes. All we're worrying about is these three notes that we have. The note that you want to choose next for your start or your next little arp or whatever is the middle one. All right, and the reason for that, because if you go up here it's gonna start getting crazy, right? And you can see how big of a jump it's becoming, right? But if you start in the middle, and obviously I'm just clicking notes, you can see it's kind of meshed well together. And you can even try the bottom note if you want, but obviously that's not the best choice. But let's go ahead and put these in, and we can just really just copy this, pull these down. All right, so that second part is a lot easier to do because of the first part we set up, and really we're just using the same exact notes. Really, actually we are, because if we copy this, you'll see that it's literally the same exact chord the whole time. Okay, so 2 ways for this next part, because this, from my experience, is usually a little tricky when you come to this note, because this note is a little odd. So you could either take the C sharp and make a chord from there, and usually you might have to invert to kind of mesh the melody back together, or you could just take the same exact method and start on that middle note. So we want to make our root, well, not our root, but we want to start our note on A, right? And then just adjust. Now you will have to adjust one of these notes, whichever one doesn't sound good. You might want to adjust, move one. So we can just do trial and error. Okay, so probably this one, or let's, so move that A, that's just some trial and error. Sounds a lot better. So another way you could do this is just use this one, right? And then just create a chord. And then what you want to do, since this is a huge jump, you want to take the very top note, pull it down. And you can see we actually still land on the same notes. And then you offset them. And then from here, you just pick whatever notes that fall back into the beginning, pretty much. So we can try this one. All right, I like that. So I'm gonna just play it one more time through. All right, so those are the mid notes. So now let's do our top melody. All right, so let's go ahead and do the top notes. So I have a different color for that, so you know it's a lot easier to look at. Now, in my opinion, I feel like this should be like the most creative and like easiest thing to do, but I know people have, you know, trouble with it. They don't know where to start. So I'm gonna fix that problem for you. So if you really wanted to, you could just do this. You could literally take these notes, copy them up, shrink them down, and just delete a few. All right, and you could just change it out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's that easy, okay? But I'm gonna show you how to do it without making it that easy. Now, if you want to do that, go ahead. But what you need to do is find a start and an end. So if you struggle with making melodies from scratch, like just, you need a start and an end point. And why you need a start and an end point is because you need a range. You need something to go off of. So how you do that? You take that first bar right here, and let me make sure I change the color. Take that first bar, right? And you take the highest note that you have. You don't have to do that, but it's just the easiest way to go about it. And you just pull it up an octave. And then we're just gonna continue the rhythm by offsetting it. Now we go to the second bar, which is this, everything in here, same thing. But now from here, all you have to do is just continue the chord. So F sharp, A, C sharp, skip this note, go to the next one. Now you have your range, and it's only 2 notes to choose. So look how easy it is now. So let's just find a good spot for this. I like it like right here. All right, so now all y'all do is just put some notes in. We can just throw some in right here. Okay, and from here we can just copy these and pull them over Let's see where these might fit. Maybe right here. Simple as that. Okay, so now we're gonna create variation. Let's pull it over. And what we can do over here is just add a few notes. It doesn't need to be a lot. So maybe like somewhere in here, we can kind of go down. Let's pull this one back. And this is all up to you, but I will usually just continue on down from here. Okay, I like that one better. All right, as simple as that. Okay, and we all reusing the same notes. So if you're lost on this part, just look at the notes that you have around you. And that's pretty much what I was doing, right? I've seen the B right here. And I know y'all see me do that a lot where I kind of match them up. I didn't like the B, so just went back to the C sharp, because you know the C sharp works because we use it a lot and it's our original chord that we use, right? So that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna copy this and copy it over here. Pull that and let's just make two separate ones. Delete all the pink notes. And then make it all green so it plays. And then we need that bass for our little bass guitar. All right, so we inserted the sound. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make the beat. All right, so now we're on the drum. So I might just do the 808 and then password through the kick. But since we are on the like making the beat part, I do want to edit the melody real quick or just add a note. Because I'm hearing something like right around here, like when it, right? I feel like there should be something else there. So what I'm gonna do is we can take a note that we already had, right? So probably take this C maybe and try to see if we can, let's try the F and see if we can do that one too. All right, so that F is way too hard. So we can just pull this maybe. All right, I like that. And then maybe. Now I'll just leave it there and then we can just pull it in. All right, I think that's good. All right, so let's go ahead and do this 808 and I'm just fast forward through a lot of this. So. All right, so we got the beat done. So here's what it sounds like, just like this. And I plan on putting like a halftime. So and I really like this part. So let's put a halftime on this. And here's a preset you could use. You can kind of make to it's kind of like a gross beat effect, like the slowdown, but it's still the same. It like plays the same notes. So here are the settings. Put this fade in and fade out to 1/16. Put it on 1/4, and then put the swell up to about 100. And it should still play, but it'll sound like it's in halftime. All right, and that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.